Hey guys, it's Jimmy Bremner coming at you on the Urban Trail. Big change in the weather today. The weekend was fantastic. I didn't get down to the Warplane Heritage Museum in Hamilton. Springtime's great, but the hay fever, I was down and out for most of Saturday and Sunday. So took some Benadryl, feeling a bit better today. Pretty damp here, been raining at least for the last 12 hours or so. So yeah, it's that time. I can't wear my jacket anymore, so now I'm over to my bag that I carry, and so let's go through the contents. We're gonna do this really quick. It's a simple shoulder bag. It doesn't have any compartments other than the side pockets where I carry my canteen and my cooking cup. Today I just have the plastic canteen with me. Normally I have a metal canteen so I can boil water and I can make some soup or tea, as I said before. So on the other side of the pack, and you're going to ask me, like, where did you get this pack? I have no idea. I've had it for probably 25, 30 years, and I actually think it's Spanish military, if I'm not mistaken, but I've never seen one like it, but it's a great bag. So I've got my fire kit here. So I have my pack stove inside this bag. I've got a lighter, I've got a ferro rod. I've got my hexamine tablets. And so I've got everything in there. I've got some straws with some cotton batten with Vaseline on it. So it's some good fire starter. And again, I can use this. It's really small, lightweight. It doesn't hurt to carry it. And I can make myself a pot of tea on the way, or like I said, a soup. If you crush, those ramen noodles, you can crush those down pretty compact, and you can make yourself a soup on the way if that's what you choose to do. So continuing through it, I have this old piece of carpet underlayment, and it's really good for day to day when it's damp, and you can sit on it and you don't get the conduction, you don't get your backside wet, and it's good for that. Also got my 50-gallon drum liner. In case I've got to make an emergency, some emergency rain gear. For ridgeline, I carry this. It's an elastic bungee, but it'll stretch out about 10 feet. And it's so easy, don't have to know how to tie any knots. You just wrap it around the tree, hook in the bungee, and you've got a ridgeline. And that's a great little tool. Of course, I've got my first aid kit, my IFAC. I've gone through that. So we're not going to do that again today, so I have that with me. I actually have a second hat with me, but it has the bug netting on it. Really lightweight. Again, you can squeeze it down, put it in a pocket, but it's bug season. They are coming out now, and I do have some, I think it's called Bends. They're wipes that you just rub the insecticide on you, and you're good to go. You see I'm wearing my big poncho. This is actually a Bolo Gear prototype, and it turns into a litter. It has handles in the back, and you can carry like 250-pound guy on this. So I like multi-purpose things, and this is something we're experimenting with. And that said, I do have my small, just in case kind of poncho with me. I've got on some sunglasses, but sun's not coming out today. Got a headlight, small adventure light. It'll strobe. It's a light. It's not that strong. I carry some bars. Okay, they're not eat less bars. They're bars, and these are great. They're about, I think, like 70 cents a piece, and they're the original power bar. And so if you want some like quick energy, you carry these. And you know what? It doesn't matter what happens to these. They can fold up, they can melt, still edible. It's not like it's still a good bar, no matter what. As I said, always have my bird card with me. They're pretty quiet today, actually. I've heard a couple of woodpeckers. I think it's a downy woodpecker. We do get pileated woodpeckers here, but they're rare. I think I saw one of those maybe 3 years ago. but it's an impressive bird. But mostly here we have downy, and actually the red-headed woodpecker we'll see once in a while. So, have my card with me. Of course, I always have some gloves. Some of you asked, like, you know, in your IFAC, I didn't see any, you know, neoprene gloves or anything like that. I'm a quick, fast, and a hurry type of guy. I kind of worry about things. You know, I like to get things done, and then I'll worry about the other things afterwards. You know, I've got all my vaccines. I've got all my shots. You know, you know, certainly I clean up. I look after hygiene. You know, so like I said, I'm a quick, fast, and a hurry type of person. And let's tend to the casualty, and you know, and get that done. We can clean up afterwards. But that said, I know it's a concern. I do carry these. They're a rubber glove, and what they're excellent for. And again, they're not a surgical glove, but they go on really quick as opposed to the surgical type glove where you have to, you know, blow in it and get it to fit. And this costs a lot of times. They rip everything else, but I can put this on really quick, so it's good for first aid, self-aid. But what also it's good for is for lifting things. They're very tactile and they have a lot of grip. So when you have those waxy fingers, these things are fantastic. Let's see what else we have here. As I said, I switched over for a while from my Trekker to my Swiss Army Rescue. I went over that last time. A couple of you asked about the saw. So again, this saw is really meant for laminated windows and things like that. It does cut wood, but not as well as the Trekker saw or the Ranger grip saw. It's not the same, but those particular saws won't cut glass windows, you know, laminated windows. But this is pretty cool, carrying it for now. You know, but we might switch in a couple of weeks and we'll show you what else we have there. Got to have a whistle, okay? And I have to have my tick tool for Dexter and myself. What's left? A little bit of paracord. Obviously, you got to have the doggy bags, but again, they multi-purpose. If I need to put water in them, I can do that. I can use them in a first aid. Sorry, Dexter's after something there, so we'll just give him a call. He's on the way back, and I think actually he's seen a deer, so I'll get him back. Anyways, doggy bags, got to have them, many uses. I've got a small, do I have a Silva compass? 100% I do. I'm on an urban trail, so I have this little tiny compass. You can do some orienteering with it. You can do some map and compass with it. I do have my pace beads attached to it. But understand, I don't, it's hard to get lost in an urban trail. Okay, if you walk out, you'll see a street, a city bus will go by, you know, it's not like a panic situation. It shouldn't be. So I do have a small compass. If I lose this, do I care? No, right? So let's see what else is remaining. A couple other things in here. Okay, so here's the question that you asked me. So Jimmy, like, why not a multi-tool? Why not the multi-tool? Well, here's the thing with a multi-tool. You either have a really good knife with a marginal pair of pliers, or you have a really good pair of pliers with a marginal knife. Okay, and in my experience, when I need to use pliers and I need to use a screwdriver, it's a two-hand operation. You're holding the nut and you're twisting the bolt, right? So, like I said, I've gone through this over and over again in my head, and out in the bush, I prefer a really good knife over a pair of pliers. These are Knipex. There's many different ways to pronounce it. They're called the Cobra, and these things are outstanding. Look, I mean, look how small that is, totally lightweight. And as I said, I have a good pair of pliers, and I have a good, couple screwdrivers, flathead screwdriver, and my Phillips over here, and I can lock onto a bolt or a nut or what have you. So this is what I prefer to do from now on. I've been through all the different multi-tools, and this is what I prefer. Of course, if I'm, looking, spotting birds, gotta have a small binocular. I'll be honest with you, my eyes are bad at this point in my life, so binoculars just don't work for me. The difference in my two eyes is so great that binoculars just don't work. And this is actually half a binocular, and this is what I use. I'm ordering a new binocular. It has a little more power and a bigger field of view, but it's still like small in the hand and compact and lightweight. But that's what I'm using currently. I've got my Zippo, gotta have paracord. And this is something I carry. These are very small pruner. I'm not sure the name of it, but they're crazy sharp. And when you're going through the bush, you don't want to get poked in the eye. If you're in the bush, you should probably be wearing some type of glasses, whether they're sunglasses or some protective eyewear, some eye pro. But what I do when I go in, if there's something close to my eyes, my face, I trim it. And what's funny is on the way in is different on the way out. On the way out, you're going to see the same thing, so you want to cut that, and every day it changes. For instance, today it's rained a lot, so the branches are heavy, so they hang down further. There's an advantage to that, because now that they're hanging down further and I trim it, they'll be higher when it's dry. So pruner is a great thing to have. And I've exhausted the bag. That's the bag. That's all there is in it. Of course, I've got electrical tape. I've got my hockey tape. I've got my duct tape. And I've got my sponge tape for my IFAC. So that's it. That's what I've got. If you have any suggestions, as I said, I'm looking to lighten the load. Okay? That's what I'm looking to do. So I want to get down as light. And like I said, I'm a quick, fast, and hurry guy. And anything that can help me lighten the load and make me move quick and fast, that's what I want to do. So always a pleasure to talk to you. I'm going to come back with you at a video later this week, and put something in the comments. Ask me about this, about that, and if I don't have the answer, I'll find somebody that does. So thank you very much. CTOA, Jimmy Bremner, I'm out.